End of day here. Actually, there's 11 minutes left, so maybe something pops up here in the last 10 minutes, so we'll do it live. But I kind of wanted to do a little recap. And you guys saw the first video. FNBC went to the moon. It crashed back down. It was all over the place. Amazing opportunity today on FNBC, and just a lot of opportunities to get in and out, shorting. Ended up shorting FNBC a couple times, and then I only had had 2 trades on the way up. Ended up taking profit way too early there. That's one of the things that I'm kind of trying to work on. I'm trying to think about is not taking profit so quickly. In the past, I get in this like groove of just like taking profit fast. And obviously when a stock goes up 100, 200%, taking profit fast isn't always the best game plan. And the thing is yeah, the stocks obviously came back down after 90 cents, but I took profit way too early on every single trade on the way up. So I took 2 trades. I took profit, after like 5 cents. Not the kind of money that I could have made if I would have held for 10, 20 cents there on a 20, 30 cent stock there. We got in at 34 cents and I ended up selling at like 38 cents. So it really was too fast there and it just kept going like that on up. You can see after that, it crashed down. I ended up shorting this on that crash here after the halt and got a couple more shorts. Got a short off this 80 top, rode it back down to that, I think got down 65 area. So got a couple of shorts there. The big short of the day really though was on APHB. I actually shorted APHB at $4 and it went down like crazy. I ended up covering way too early, like always. I mean, like always, covering way too early. And you can see here, I ended up screwing myself. So you guys saw me make $180 on APHB. It jumped up again. I jumped in. I got some really crazy fill. I used a hotkey, ended up buying like 20 cents above where I should have bought. I don't know what happened there. I literally hit the ask there, 1 cent above the ask, and the ask jumped up 20 cents there, and it got really jumpy. There was a huge spread. Ended up taking a loss there. I was up $180 there on APHB, which, again, I sold way too early. So this is kind of the reoccurring issue that I have right now, something that I need to work on, something that I need to really think about when I'm trading. Instead of going into these stocks with the idea that I'm going to take profit fast, I need to go into these stocks with the idea that I'm going to cut my loss fast kind of thing. So it makes a sense that I'm going to, kind of have, instead of knowing, I'm going to take a profit really fast, I'm going to look to kind of protect myself, take a loss if it gets there, but if it starts to run, if it starts to jump up, I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to give it, some wiggle room there to jump up, 10, 20 cents instead of taking profit so early. So I actually took a loss there on APHB. That actually brought me down on the day. I was up $180. I ended up, you can see I took a loss there. It came down to $40 profit there. Not terrible, but the big winner was on APHB on the way down. I'll show you that chart right here. And you can see FBNC, I made $300 long on the way up. And I ended up making $300 there on the way up there on FBNC. I think I actually might have got burnt on another trade here. I can't remember. I went long and it ended up crashing. That's when I started going short. So FNBC, I made $370. It wasn't amazing. I was kind of taking small sizes, only like 1,000 shares, and then shorting it on the way down, just in and out really quickly. Again, taking profit always too early, covering too early kind of thing. And you can see there, lost, the SRC, which again, this morning I covered early. It ended up crashing right after I covered, and that was kind of a pain there. So the theme of today was covering early or, selling early, and that was really the issue here. My biggest issue right now with trading is I'm too fast to take profit. I'm just like quickly in and out, and it's not really working out. In the past, there was those stocks that obviously I sold early, and it started crashing, so then I was like, oh yeah, that was good, it worked out. And then I think recently there's been a lot of stocks that have had fake breakouts, so I've just been like in this like mindset of I gotta take profit fast, these aren't gonna run. But in the last day or so, it feels like there's some momentum back in the market. Today, obviously, lots of momentum. APHB, I'll show you that chart right here. Jumped up huge. It went up from, 225 up to 487 there. So huge move. We got in at the break of 360. Ended up selling for like the 370 there. And then you can see on that move alone, it went to 425. So really missed out on a lot of profit on that one. After that, it jumped up to that 480 area. So from there, it came back down. It started really kind of fading and burning. It kind of started bleeding and coming back down. And you can see here, it got to that $4 area. Kind of zoom in there. It got to that $4 area. This was kind of really like kind of all over the place. Didn't have much momentum there. So I was like, well, this might look good for a short. So I ended up shorting this at $4. and covering down here at the 350 area. Well, you can see here, it went all the way down to 270. Yeah, I mean, literally from that 350 area, 350 area, which kind of makes sense covering in that area because it was bouncing there. It had some support there. It came up to that 374. Well, from 374, it went all the way to 270. So really missed out on that big move there. But I feel good about it because I'm in the right place. I'm just not taking profit or covering at the right time. Recently, I started shorting more, and I think that really is it's been working out pretty good in the last couple days. Shorting these big runners. If there is a big runner, kind of shorting the false breakouts or shorting the resistance areas, and it's been working. Not terrible. I actually made more money shorting FNBC today than I did going long on it. So, maybe that's something to think about in the future. If you aren't shorting already, make sure you think about shorting because there's a good opportunity here. You could have made money on this move on the way up on APHB and then just short it on down. So, really, a lot of opportunity there when you have when you can get shares to short. It's a good thing to do if you see a good short opportunity. So, like obviously knowing that whole dollar for that $4 whole there was going to be kind of a support area. If that broke, through $4, it was definitely going to bleed off, crash back down. I didn't think it would crash all the way to 270, but you can see here it's down to that 275 area now. So really just giving up all of its gain today there. APHB just up and then down. And then let me look I haven't even looked at SRC today. I shorted SRC there at that 695 area. It came down to 687 and then came back up to that 705. And after 705, it crashed down here to 670. So it hit area a couple times here. So I was in the right place. I had the right idea. I just ended up covering too fast, not giving it enough room to move. And it looks like it might just keep on crashing. 86 million shares traded. APHB, 10 million shares traded. So a lot of action today. Big day in the market. I think the markets overall were red, but it doesn't really matter for us. I don't even look at the big time stocks, really just focusing on these small time stocks, big news, big movers, and that's what it's all about. So hopefully you guys made some money today. If you saw the recap from today, I made some money. This is the end of day kind of recap, kind of talking about what went down and what I want to improve on. Right now, I'm going to be focusing on letting my runners run and taking profit higher. If I would have let my runners run today, I'd probably be up to $3,000, $4,000. It's really, who knows? FNBC went up 200%. I got in at 34 cents. Who knows if I would have held this for 50, 60 cents? It would have been pretty amazing. I could have made a ton of money today. So I'm there. I'm right. I'm there. There's a fine line, and I just got to get over that line. I got to start letting my runners run, and then, like I said, just being quick to cut my losses and not so quick to cut my winners. And that's kind of the game plan. I'm actually heading to Puerto Rico tomorrow. If I don't upload a video, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to actually trade at the airport tomorrow morning. I got a flight at 6 a.m. I kind of scheduled it. So I'm going to land at 8 a.m. in Atlanta, go to the Sky Club, hang out for a couple hours, do some trading there at Market Open, and then get on a plane to Puerto Rico. So from there, Puerto Rico, I'll have some Wi-Fi next week. Hopefully I'll get some trades in. If not, I'll post up a couple videos, kind of talking about what's going on, maybe some stocks that are hot. I hope you guys saw the video there on FNBC. I posted it last night talking about this big runner, FNBC. Literally, I talked about it. I told you guys to keep an eye on it. I hope everybody who's a subscriber made some money there on that stock. It was huge. A big mover today. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you enjoy these videos, leave a comment, like them, do all that fun stuff, share them. If you have friends, if you have Twitter, all that stuff, share the videos if you can. It really helps out in the long term, growing this channel and, hopefully making better and better videos as this gets better. And, the big goal here is to grow this small account into a very, very large account in the next couple years. And that's how we're doing it right here on YouTube, showing you guys kind of every day the trades live.